Hi there and welcome to another video. Today I want to talk about how to make an awesome looking thumbnail either for your YouTube channel or for Facebook for whatever videos you're creating. Stay tuned, it's gonna be awesome. Now, I've been doing YouTube marketing and YouTube videos now for about 10 years on and off. And one of the key things that I see people do wrong is templates or our templates, whatever. So people get the wrong templates. And the thing is, so few people realize how many places your templates, your thumbnails, sorry, did I say templates? I mean thumbnails. Your thumbnails appear in. They appear almost everywhere on your mobile phone, on your subscription stream, on other websites where your video gets embedded. There's a ton of different places where your thumbnail gets shown. And if you do a bad job of creating your thumbnail, then you could miss out on a lot of potential views. So today I want to share with you a bit of psychology. I'm going to share with you the sweet spot for getting your thumbnails just right. I'm going to share with you the tools you need, or the tools that I use at least at the moment, for creating really awesome looking thumbnails very quickly. And then I'm going to take you through the steps as well. And also, if you stay tuned, I'd like to share with you how you can get access to this report. It's like a 19-page long report that's called Thumbnail Secrets Exposed, 3 Secret Keys for Creating Amazing View-Getting YouTube Thumbnails. So stay tuned. I'm going to share with you later in the call today exactly how you can get access to that free report. All right, so without further ado, let's dig into how to do this thing of creating awesome thumbnails. Okay, so the sweet spot. Let's talk about the sweet spot first. So there is a sweet spot. I've been a student of sweet spots or leverage points in business and in life for a few years now, and this is another one. So the way it works is that you basically try and ask the question, what are the 3 most important things to get right that'll give you 80 to 90% of the result? Okay, and it looks like this. So for thumbnails, it's like this. Oops, daisy. So there are 3 things to get it right. First of all, it needs to be colorful. Okay, color by nature draws attention. Now, if your thumbnail is competing against someone else's in the subscription feed or anywhere else for that matter, and someone else's thumbnail looks more colorful, then their thumbnail is going to get the first attention. They're going to draw attention first before yours. You don't want that to happen. So one cool little way of doing it is to add some nice colorful colors to your thumbnail to make this happen. And you can do this with, there's some other tricks you can use by breaking up the color as well. So it's not just, you can either use one bright color or a combination of colors, and I'll show you what I mean in a second, to make that stand out more and draw people's attention in. So that's the first part of the sweet spot. The second part is to use your face or faces. Faces by nature, we are programmed. It draws attention. So by nature, we are pulled or attracted to faces. So when we see a face on a picture or a thumbnail, you know that's going to draw attention. And so that's very important to add a face, either your face or someone else's face, or a combination of faces and emotions like expressions. You can do all sorts of things with a face to draw people's attention in. Once again, if there are 2 thumbnails of basically the same video, and one video is like one thumbnail is really boring, and the other thumbnail has this colorful and some nice looking face on it, or some cool expression, or a surprised expression, or some sort of emotion that comes through it, guess which thumbnail is going to get more attention? Simple stuff, right? But so many people don't do it. So many people don't get it. So make it colorful, add a face or 2, and add some expression, add some emotion into that picture using your face or someone else's face. Or, if you use someone else's face, just make sure you've got permission. That's very, very important. Okay, so that's the second part of the sweet spot. And the third part is the copy, the text that you use. I'm going to write text here in brackets. The text that you use on your thumbnail. Now, this is a little bit more optional, I guess. I see people like Casey Neistat, he doesn't often use text on his thumbnails. But if you're like me, you like having text on there. People read it often, but in general, people get drawn by the colors and the face and something interesting happening in your thumbnail. But then you can complement it with some descriptive or interesting or intriguing text. Okay, so there's a ton more stuff that you can learn from this to make this really awesome. In fact, I've written this report, this free report called Thumbnail Secrets Exposed. that I shared with you just a few seconds ago, and I'll share with you soon how to get access to this report. It's chock-a-block full of really awesome tips that I'll share with you exactly how to get access to this in just a few minutes. Okay, so that's the first thing. That's the sweet spot for creating really awesome thumbnails. Now, the tools. What do you actually need to make this happen? So let's flick on back over here. Let me show you the tools that you need. So you really just need 4 tools for the way that I'm doing it. And I've selected these tools for a specific reason. Well, there's 2 reasons. One is I want to be able to create thumbnails really, really quickly. Okay, that's one reason. The other reason is I want to have a certain measure of customization. Okay, so it has to be fast. It has to look good. That's really what it comes down to. Now, with a lot of templated software out there, I used to use different pieces of software for that. That would be cool and help me to get it done fast. But then it lacked the potential for me to make it look awesome, to make it look the way the way that I want it to look. So I've collected these few little tools now that helps me do exactly that. Make it look awesome and do it really, really quick. And that's what it's all about. Because, you know, if you're doing this every day like I am, you don't want to spend hours on doing this. At the moment, it takes me about 5 to 10 minutes to create a really nice looking thumbnail. And you'll see they look great. They look great. And I don't even go through a lot of effort to make it look even more awesome. So if you spend more time on it, you can obviously make it look even better if you wanted to. Okay, so tools. So there are 4 tools. I use QuickTime. I'm going to show you in a second how to use all these things. Sketch is the second one. Clipping Magic is the third one. And Adobe Comp App. Those are the 4 tools that I use to make all of this happen. So I'm going to show you on the screen now the steps that I go through. So first of all, you take a picture of your face. Okay, use 2 tools for that. I use QuickTime and Sketch for that. The first 2 tools that I showed here. I'll show you exactly in a second how that works. Step 2 is to remove the background of my face. And in step 3 is to just get it all into Adobe Comp, the Adobe Comp app on my iPad, and then I edit it there, and then once I'm done, I just upload it to YouTube. Very cool, very easy. All right, so the first thing is to take a picture of my face. So for that to work, what I need to do is get QuickTime open and connect it up with my camera. So I'll do this now, and I'll take you guys through the steps of exactly what I do to make this happen. Okay, so let's flick this over to here. So I will just actually do it like this. And so at the moment this is sharing my iPad screen, I'm just going to select my camera here. So I'm using the HD Pro webcam, and there it is. So this is the window in QuickTime that I use for just getting a picture up of my face. And now what I can do is I can, pose in different things. The question is now, how do I take a picture of my face while it's on QuickTime? Let me just get rid of this. Okay, so and for this, I use a little application. It's free. So far, both these tools are free. I use an application called Skitch. So Skitch, you can download that, and I'll have the links for it below this video as well at some point. It's not there at the moment, but I'll have the links below this video at some point as well, so you can easily get access to it. So this one's called Skitch. You can see here all the images that I've taken in the past, in the recent past. And it's really easy. Once you've got it open, all you got to do is press Command Shift and 5. It's like a shortcut to then easily select an area on your screen. So what I'm going to do here, I'm just going to go ahead and pose funny like this. Oh, actually not yet pose. I'll just select the area first. Boom, there we go. And now I can use this timer. See this timer little image here at the bottom? If I click on that, it'll give me like 3 seconds or something to pose, and then it'll take the image. So here we go. Here we go. Okay, so I think it was like 5 seconds. So beautiful pose, as you can see. I'm a natural when it comes to photography. Not, but anyway, this now exists in my little Sketch app. Okay, so very cool. Now the next tool that I use is called Clipping Magic, and so this is the only tool that actually costs a little bit of money. I can't remember how much it is. Let's see if I go to their homepage, if that tells me. Clippingmagic.com. So I'm already logged in. Let's see if I go to pricing, just to give you guys an idea. Pricing, so I think I've just got either the light or the standard. So light's like $4 a month, standard $8 a month. Pro, if you're really pro, you get it's $15 a month. Anyway, I I think I'm on light. So you get up to 75 edits per month, which is a ton. You know, I don't even get close to that. So Clipping Magic is the site that I use. We can go full screen here so you can see what I'm doing. So what I do here, once you're logged in, this is so cool. This is the coolest tool in the world. Let me just make this a little bit smaller so you can see what I'm doing. So in Skitch, I'm in Skitch now. What I do is you can drag this little tab to basically anywhere where you want to save that image. So I'm dragging it into Clipping Magic, anywhere on the page, and then it'll go and load that page into Clipping Magic. And now what I can do is beautifully remove this ugly background that I don't want. So it's just initializing. Okay, so it starts off with the green thing, and this is so easy. You just basically, oops, the other way around. I can undo that. You just select the bits that you want to keep with green. So I'm just going to go roughly the bits that I want to keep here. I might just put some dots here on my fingers because my background's actually quite similar to my skin color sometimes, which is quite annoying. But even with this tool, it just makes such a good job of it. So first of all, just put the green on there, and then to get rid of the background, you select this red one up at the top here, and you just go, boom, I want to delete these backgrounds. And this, from all the tools that I've used, is the #1 best tool. This beats Adobe, whatever, Photoshop. Maybe it's easy in there as well, but you know, it's complicated, it's expensive. This is super cheap, and as you can see, it does a pretty good job of just capturing just the main part of me and getting rid of the background so easily. So boom, I'm done. Now a little bit of fine tuning, what I often do is I go down the bottom here to where it says edges, and I just round the edges a bit. I probably bring it up to about 2.5 for the feathering radius, and just makes it a bit more gentle. And then also I go on to shadows, and I click on drop shadow. And there you go. Once it's done, I just click close, and there you can see on the right, that's what my image now looks like. Very cool. Now you can just go ahead and download it, and that's it. I've just removed the background now, and it looks awesome. So that's going to go ahead and download the image. It's going to just download here to my inbox. I'm just going to call this Gideon Test so we can easily find it again. So save, boom. So that's saved onto my hard drive now. So now let's move back to the next step. So up to this point, all I've done is I've taken a picture of my face and I've removed the background. So the first 2 steps are done. Now for the third tool that I'm going to share with you, and for that I'm going to have to reconnect my iPad again. So let me just do that quickly. So reconnect iPad. There's my QuickTime and Gideon's iPad. Boom. That shouldn't take long to connect. There we go. Cool. All right, so I'm going to share my iPad screen now with you guys. So here, what you can do now is, if you're on iOS, this is a really cool tool. Sorry, if you're on Android, you do need an iPad for this. You might be able to get this software for free as well, just on your PC or Mac. But the software that I use is called Adobe Comp. It's this purple one over here. And if I open that up, this is the most awesome app that I've found for creating really cool graphics really quickly. So you can see that this is the one that I created today. Let me just close this one and start from scratch to show you how to do this. So basically what you can do is add a new one, and you can choose from a variety of different options here. So you can see how useful this could be. There's one I think that I've custom created called this bottom one here, 720p. See this third one from the bottom, or third row and third to the right, the 720p one. So 1280 by 720p. So that's the size, by the way, that you want for your thumbnail. So this is one that I created. So you can create it using new format if it's not there already. So if I click on that, it'll open up a new one now for me. Now what's cool here is that you can draw stuff on this and it'll make it happen. So to add an image, all you have to do is draw a box with a cross in it, and boom, that now allows me to add an image there. Now I can go ahead into my, actually what I haven't done yet is I haven't got the image on my iPad yet. So I'll show you a really quick, easy trick for doing that. So on my Mac, what I can do is I can go look for that image and just share it with AirPlay, or whatever it's called, AirDrop, sorry, there's AirDrop, and it'll find my iPad, there it is in a second, and here's the image that I just created called Gideon Test. Just going to get it onto my iPad so that I can show you guys. Boom. and you'll see it loading onto my iPad now. There it is. It's just been added. There's my cool image. This is all happening on my iPad now. Because let's just go back to that Adobe Comp app again. So if I click on here, see the bottom, this is little the little one here, and then go to on my device, and then I can go and find that image that I've just created, and boom, it'll add it in there right away. So now I can adjust the size here and make sure it fits in, click and drag it to all the right places. How cool is that? So there's an image. Maybe I don't want my hand in there. I just want my face in there. Cool. So I've got my face there on the right-hand side. Now, I also want to add a background image. So I'll go back and maybe do something like this. Just really rough. Add another image by drawing a box and a cross in it. And I think if I go on my device again, it's been a while ago that I had that image. I wonder if I'll be able to find it now. This is the only thing that I didn't prepare for was this background image. I might have to resave it onto my iPad again. Let's just have a quick, oh, there it is. So here's one that I've saved here previously. Boom. Okay, so this is going to be my background. To stretch it out to be the right size. And there. Oops, daisy. Okay, boom. So there it's kind of the right size. And now what I can do is click on this layer one, and I can adjust where it sits. At the moment it's in the front, so I can just move it back. Okay, cool. And now what I can do is the final thing, which is adding text. And to add text on here, all you got to do is draw a little box and with some lines in it, and then it'll create a text box. How cool is that? If I double tap on it, I can now type stuff. Hello. And you probably can't see it now because it's black there and very small. But what I can do now is I can go back in there and I can adjust the font for this. So if I click on the little T down the bottom here, I can select a different font. How about this? Azo Sans Uber. That sounds cool. And we can change the color as well. So that's the one we want to use. Okay, done. And let's see if we can change the color as well. Where do we do the color? I think over here. See, there's this black dot here. So click on that. Let's see, I want to make this white. So I'm going to make it right and white. And now I can adjust the size. See this little button here? This is so cool. This little dot here. If I click and drag that now on my iPad, I can adjust the size just like that. How cool is that? Hello. So as you can see here now, you can play around with this and move this text around and do whatever you want. I often use different lines of text. So I just might copy this one and duplicate it and add it there as another one. Excuse me. There's two lines of text now. Double tap. Hello world. And what's cool now is I can select on this and make this, as big as I want. Make this one a bit bigger so they're both the same size and move things around, etc., etc. So once I'm done, I can now go ahead and share this image by clicking here at the top and share image. And once again, I just use AirDrop, but you can email it as well. I can use AirDrop now. So AirDrop it to my Gideon's iMac here at the top, this one here. If I click on that, boom, that will now share it on my iMac, and I'm ready to upload it straight to YouTube. So if I go now to my downloads here on my iMac, you'll see there's a new composition. And if I hit space, it'll open up. There we go. It's on my iMac now, ready to upload to YouTube. How cool is that? That is just the coolest thing since sliced bread, no doubt. Okay, guys, so that's how you do it. That's how I do it. So yeah, okay. The only one that's cost a bit of money is the Clipping Magic one, but totally worth it for helping you get rid of that background. It's the best tool I've found. It's just simple, easy to use. You don't have to think about it. You don't have to have expensive software like Photoshop. I know there's other software around like as well. I've tried a ton. This is the easiest and simplest one, and it just works. It's just awesome. So, those are my tools. Those are the steps that I take for creating these thumbnails. You saw how quickly that was. Obviously, I had to explain things to you, but when you do this without explaining, it's a lot faster. What I recommend is that you basically use similar elements for your thumbnail. So, for example, on my if you look at, oops, daisy. If you look at my thumbnail here on my iPad, you can, what I often do is just keep that as kind of like a template. And now all I have to do is, like, if I tap on my face here, the picture of my face, all I have to do is change my picture, and I go to, say, another one. Here's here's say an earlier one that I did today. Actually, let's do this one. Why not? That one doesn't have a transparent background. Let me just try another one. So let's try this again on my device. Let's do the one I did earlier today. There we go. So I'm not sure why that's not showing transparent. Just when I want to show you guys now how this works, it doesn't work. Isn't that classic? Let's try that again. On my device, moments, maybe I could do it from here. I don't know, guys. But anyway, what I'm trying to say here, let's get rid of these two. I don't know what's going on. It's working flawlessly normally. But what you can do is, instead of creating a whole new one from scratch, you just use that as a template and just replace the image and add some new text and just update the text. Really, really easy. Now, you guys are probably wondering about that report. So what I'll do, I haven't got it yet. In fact, I'm going to do it now, is I will add the link to the report that I shared with you a few seconds ago. This report here, if you want to get access to this report, I will add the link for it inside my description area right now. I'm doing it right now as I speak. So I'll add it towards the bottom, so after my name. So a link to report, and then paste the link in there. Cool. So I'm going to hit save. Okay, and so when you click on that link, let me share this with you guys so you can see. So in the description area below this video, there's this link to report that I've just added. If you click on that, that'll basically allow you to download the report straight away. You don't have to opt in for anything like that. You can just go ahead and download the report. It's my little gift to you for being awesome. If you like what I'm doing here, if you like this report, give us a thumbs up. Make sure you share this with somebody else that you think will find this useful. Also, if you like what I'm doing here, subscribe to my channel. I run these live events at the moment, Sunday to Thursday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time in the US. So make sure you join in live for these things as well. I'm going to jump over to the Q&A now as well, which is only for live viewers. So make sure you join in live in the future if you're watching the replay. Otherwise, make sure you subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you in my future videos. Okay, guys, talk to you soon. Bye-bye.